Hey guys, it's patch day. Patch day means I can play custom arena again. Yay! I've been kind of avoiding custom arena. Not entirely. I mean, I'd play it for a little bit, get frustrated by one of the big guys, and then leave for a few hours. But yeah, now I'm back, and I'm doing more random blind arena, which seems to definitely not be my most popular series on this channel, but I really have a lot of fun with it. I think there's a lot of fun I could have with it, and it's low effort. All of the other stuff I do on this channel is very high effort, and since this is just a hobby, I'm just going to stick with what I enjoy most, and this is one of those things. So yeah, you can see I've got a baboon and a chupacabra, and chupacabra is one of my new favorites in the game. I feel I probably use the word favorite way too much in my daily vernacular, but chupacabra, it's so goofy looking. It's one of the custom exclusive unicorn pack pets, and I'm a chupacabra enjoyer like a lot of other people. So yeah, we're gonna have a 10-6 here, which I think is really good for a pet with an in-battle ability. Is really good for turn 4, but I mean, this team's definitely gonna sweep me with a no unicorn pack team, which is a good sign that you don't need unicorn pack pets to win anymore. Not that you really absolutely needed them, but you can see there with my puppy I grabbed toilet paper, which is an interesting choice that I figured I'd talk about. I tend to do this a lot with puppy. Is most people, when they grab it, they just grab a oven mitts if they have more than 2 health, and then they get the free lasagna later. I kind of like the tempo even early. I think it can be really nice. But yeah, I mean, at this point previously, we would be running against vampire bat teams that would be just blowing us out of the water. And now I can breathe a sigh of relief. I'm going against fairly reasonable teams. That's not to say that there aren't unreasonable teams that can exist now, but I dare say they're less prevalent and a little harder to get. So yeah, now here is one of them that is probably going to gain prevalence again. I just went against a Jerboa team. Jerboa is still really good. I think people will soon be going back to it as the best scaling method now that all of the unicorn issues have been patched. I do think it is effectively all of the issues. There's a chance it's not every single one. Chimera notably still looks pretty strong, but not like I still don't think it's super notably strong. But yeah, you see I've got a vulture here, which I intend to use with summons. I've also got a stego here, which I'm actually going to do some fun stuff with. I've done a lot of stego recently in my gameplay videos, so part of me wants to stay away from it, but there's just a lot of cool things you can do with a lot of stats on a pet without resorting to food or end turn scaling to get the stats on a pet. And I mean, it does take a pet slot, it's not a freebie or anything. So yeah, the links here we are going to be changing out with a new pet, which I thought would be a really cool thing for the stego to hit. And you can see here we're just winning, and it feels so good to win in Customs Arena. On turn 11, having more than 1 health is kind of unheard of for me. I actually played 6 games today. Well, I played more than 6 games. I played like maybe 8 or 9 of these blind random arena games today, like as soon as the patch came out, and I won. I guess I shouldn't tell you how many of them I won here, just for excitement later on. But here is the Hydra, which I think I'll be doing a spotlight video on soon. I think there's a lot of cool things you can do with the Hydra as a summon pet. But yeah, my goal here now is to make my Stegosaurus hit the Hydra, so I get a ton of Hydra heads from it. And you can see here, my goal now is to grab food perks, which will prevent other things from, or prevent other pets from receiving the buff from the Stegosaurus. So next turn, I'll buy 2, that'll be good. Here is a warg. I hesitate to call it a warg nuke. It's still undoubtedly really strong. The warg. Actually, it's called Wharf right now. I'm assuming it's not a bug, but it could be, or a mistake, whatever you want to call it. But those have also been toned down. Here you can see we've got the Hydra, with the only, it's the only pet without a perk. But unfortunately, their Anubis stops us from getting the. Since it removes perks, other pets are able to get the buff, so the buff doesn't hit the Hydra yet. And you can see here, we're just doing really well. Got 2 chocolates saved. I'm going to be able to do a nice level up next turn if I need it. And here we go. What are we going to go against? It's another Anubis ailment team. So unfortunately, once again, the buff does not hit what we want it to hit. But we go against a vampire bat and win. That's how you know this is great. And pull us into the next game. Hey, so here's another interesting one. This is game 2 of 3. I do think I adjust the speed at some point of this so that the playback speed's slightly slower, since I play really fast and probably shouldn't. Sorry about that. I am still sick, unfortunately. Getting better. I'm pretty much close to just better, but I've still got a cough, a little bit of congestion. I'm lucky it's not really affecting my voice anymore. I'm surprised how well my What You Don't Know About Abomination video did, despite my illness. But you see here, I'm grabbing Mole. I love Mole. Mole is like my go-to pet in Random Blind Arena. It's just so good, and there's so many perks that synergize with it. You can see here, I don't manage to get its ability to go off yet, but I'll have it soon. You see here, those purple things are spooked, which is a new ailment with this balance patch. It is an ailment that just makes you take +1 damage instead of +3 damage. And here you can see my not at all obtrusive changing of the gameplay speed. But yeah, Spooked comes from Barghest now. That was Barghest's nerf, and now I think it's in a much better spot. Very unfortunate Fig there, just imploding the enemy team. And here comes the Mole. Mole finally operational. And notably, at this point, I've decided I am going for the Cuddle Toad achievement. Now, Cuddle Toad is a cell pet, which means getting the achievement doesn't benefit me in game, so I'm hoping to win here. And you can see here, we're not winning, we just lost. So that puts us on to only 4 health, which is totally fine, totally good. And you can see we've got some really nice perks to synergize with the Mole. We've got the pie, and we've got the Fig. These are things that don't matter in battle, they're okay to remove. We've got the Cucumber, does the same thing. And we're winning, and it's nice. However, we're just not getting any more moles. And Mole really quickly becomes a detriment when it's just removing your perks for pretty meh summons. So unfortunately, we're gonna have to stop Mole gaming here real soon. You can see here, we're winning against a Cyclops. That feels so good. It just feels so good. But yeah, I'm gonna decide, oh, I guess next round probably, I'm gonna decide that's enough Mole. We gave Mole a shot, but I mean, look at this, it's just feeding this hippo, removing all our perks. Not that we really need the perks, but it was pretty clear here, it's just not working, which is, you can't keep every pet you want, you know. But the blue ring's nice for some scaling. I ditched the mole, I grabbed the turkey, and next turn I'll kill the spider. And it's time to say goodbye to the mole, but there's future prospects ahead. I mean, we've got summons, we've got cool perks, we've got decent stats, and we're actually doing a good job here. We're gonna just barely draw, but wasn't that far from a win, to be honest, and we'll see what we get from this spider. It's more mole! That's right, we're back to mole gaming, guys. Psych, always mole gaming. Let's go. Level 2 mole. Let's go. I like mole. Mole's great. Everyone should like mole. And now we've got great team stats. We're getting amazing mole summons. And do I actually? No, I don't win this one. We get pretty crushed there, I'm gonna be honest. But yeah, we're back to mole. And we're about to get the level 3 mole now. As soon as I got rid of mole, I got as much mole as I could possibly need. Sometimes it's just a test of faith. You have to make sure if you let go, they'll come back. But yeah, we're going against Jersey Devil here. Jersey Devil was nerfed, so it can no longer give plus 100, plus 100, which sounds like a good nerf, and it is a good nerf, but it is a little bit sad. On paper, yeah, definitely a good nerf, and in reality also a good nerf, but you know. And there you see I've got frozen the Kappa, which will be our next summon unit. I love Kappa. I think it's a really fun gimmick. For those who don't know, Kappa summons pets on both teams. Also, over there you're going to see probably one of the new most prevalent pets. It got a small buff, but that small buff means a lot. The Frogman. Yeah, Kappa summons pets on both sides of the battle. So, if you're using something that makes your summons better, then, you know, Kappa wins out. Or then your Kappa's summons win out, I should say, rather. Or if you're using something, if you're using your Kappa at the front and you know it's going to be gone fast, you can, like, assume, okay, if I don't knock out any of their pets, then I am going to be able to get my summons and they won't get summons, so you get all the value from the Kappa. So yeah, I think it's a really cool pet that I probably want to do some stuff with in the future, just like the Hydra. And the pancake stats here as a really nice base stat line are really handy, and we're continuing to win. This mole is helpful again. All of our perks are the type of perks that we don't care if it's getting overridden. We're going to grab more pancakes next turn for my fur-bearing trout, which I don't know if I've talked about much at all. Well, psych. We're going against lionfish with Wolverine and leopard and monkey. Obviously, we're going to lose here. Right? We gotta lose here. It's Wolverine, it's lionfish, and oh my god, we're winning. The Cuddle Toad wins it for us. Let's go. So we're still in here somehow, and it feels great. Now, I think next turn that person probably would have beat us handedly. They just got a pretty good thing going. And this team looks pretty scary. They've got a boar, which is a very good anti-summon unit, but we take it out immediately, and suddenly this is feeling pretty doable. The Cuddle Toad achievement, and yeah, the Cuddle Toad again wins the battle, and that is my Cuddle Toad achievement and another win. Now into the last game. I guess something that isn't coming up is the fact that this is blind and random. I don't know what pets are in these packs. It's completely random, so I'm not going for very exciting builds, or like very specific builds, I should say, because I don't know what pets there are to be specific about. But I updated my program already. I keep putting off making the making my video on the actual program. It's just a hard video to make, but I will do that soon, I promise. And you'll hear how I can randomly generate Super Auto Pets packs that are better than the ones that Team Wood uses. Which I honestly, the random packs that Team Wood have didn't bug me nearly as much until like the Tandnost and Tangrisner. These are pets that rely solely on having the other pet, And seeing that in weeklies is just like, oh wow, there's no possible way to use this. Yeah, I wanna use my random pet pack generator. And so you can see here I'm going for another thing of early summons. Well, I don't know if I've gone early summons yet, but I am going for more summons at the moment. You can see here buffing a sea turtle. Sea turtle, kind of underrated in my opinion. It's got great base stats. Its effect is not always useful, but certainly can be. And yeah, for a tier 2, I think sea turtle is pretty nice to have, honestly. And here we're going for microbe. Now, microbe used to be co-opted by the vampire bat regime, but now microbe can go back to what it used to be, which is a summon pet and perk pet helper, instead of something where it faints and your whole team dies from one of the enemy's pets. I'm such a big fan of these balance changes. You can see here I'm pulling in a slime and I'm pulling in a royal flycatcher. The slime is going to eventually be really good summons, and the royal flycatcher is a way to ensure that my summons beat out other summons that are perhaps less prepared, or are perhaps more prepared for my microbe. Since I'm enabling all summons, I think it's important to stop the summons of other teams while I wait for a better enabler. And yeah, I mean, you can see it right here. I feel like I probably would have, I think I was least would have drawn without my royal flycatcher there, and it's going to continue to clutch up for a little bit. You can see here, just getting a lot of baboon luck. My baboon buffs are just really nice small additions to the team that are going to really pick things up. Here's a full golden pack team, I believe. And yeah, royal flycatcher, again, really, really nice as a way to beat out these people that are using our stuff. Now, I believe I'm grabbing this Kappa as well. Yeah, Kappa is such a fun pet. And if you're in for a wild ride, you should look into how Kappa works as a actual creature, like a mythological sense. That is something pretty interesting to look into. But yeah, you can see here, again, royal flycatcher is just gonna carry us here. It's the only reason we won that. And it was damn close anyways. But its time has passed. We just got double chocolate and we got a turkey. And it's time to go back to our roots as a summon team. So yeah, at the moment, the only new pets we have are Slime and Kappa. But I really like Slime and Kappa. I mean, I was going to say, Super Auto Pets has done great things for green pets. That's a really weird sentence, but this new update is really good for green pets. There's just a lot of new, fun, colorful pets. As the creator of the Rainbow Weekly, I was very stoked to see a lot of new rainbow stuff. In fact, I was thinking of doing a new rainbow thing, but I saw someone else suggesting a rainbow pack already. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to step on toes. But yeah, here you can see I didn't mention grabbing it, but the, I believe, final addition to our team is this Spinosaurus, which is just maybe the best summon enabler you can have. It's gonna be a really nice thing to have, that's for sure. And I'm getting really nice stats from it already at level 1, about to get it to level 2. And yeah, this is, I believe, my third summon build in a row. Which, it's funny, before the patch, I really didn't see any summon builds that were doing very well. And now you can see this person's got a Team Spirit and a Quetzalcoatl. These are scaling pets. But without Cyclops and all of the overpowered stuff, we're winning. We're winning really handedly at this point. Another great thing here is these pizzas I've been grabbing, these stat foods. Just getting our base stat line big enough that we can survive a lot of snipes is really nice. Now, this team looks way too big to beat, obviously. Right? We couldn't possibly beat like a hippocampus poodle husky team, but we do. We're winning, and that is kind of the theme of this is, wow, we really just keep on winning here, throughout all of these things where these teams that previously would be, I guess that team is still just as strong as it was last time, but here's a really fun build. This is a good dog perk build. You don't see a lot of these because it's pretty hard to get the good dog, but it's so many stats at the start of battle, and we're still winning. On to the final round now, or sorry, I guess it might not be the final round because we're at 9 wins, but we've still got 2 health. I'm going to really just try to force the level 3 Spino, and luckily I get it. I probably should have just been more efficient with my gold expenditures there. But yeah, we've got a nice green team other than the turkey, and we're going against almost all turtle pack pets, including Rhino, which is a anti-summon pet. But the way it works out, we actually managed to win this. And yeah, Arena's a lot more fun now. I'll probably be doing a lot more of it. Have a great day.